technology are undertaken by this division. The development division of the Department of Export Agriculture
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again for the sixth and final technical session, post-harvest technology.
Post-harvest technology and processing mechanism of the harvest is a key item for the sustainability of the export agriculture industry. Value addition to the harvest while ensuring quality and addressing the demand in the market is essential to maintain a viable entrepreneurship. We would like to cordially invite Dr. R.S. Kularatna, former Additional Director General Research, Department of Export Agriculture, to chair the session.
Dr. R.S. Kuratna obtained his first degree, BSc in Agriculture, from the Faculty of Agriculture Institute of Peradeniya in 1978. Then he received his master's from the Virginia State University in the field of plant pathology. Then he obtained his PhD in molecular genetics from the National University of Malaysia in the year 2000. Yes, sir. We welcome you to the chair of post-harvest technology.
So let me thank the organizing committee inviting me for the last session. But at this time I remember, so I recollect the event in the first symposium we had so first time. So let me thank then Minister Reginald Kure, who had this idea, why not we start a symposium in the department. So we took the challenge. So I happened to be in charge of the research section during that time. So all the research team, so they took the challenge and we prepared to organize the first symposium of the department. So during that period, so all the department officers and everybody, so they were keen to have this symposium, but we had an enemy within and above. But we took the challenge, and all my colleagues during that time, I think some of them are here even today. So all the newcomers, they don't know the history of the symposium and the department. So we took the challenge, and some of the officers, so they cried in some incidences. But we took the challenge, and so I am glad to see here at the final session of the symposium. So that's why I remember the first symposium during that time. So you are lucky to continue this symposium. So I wish, so this will continue until the department remains in this country. So thank you very much. And let us start the session of the post-harvest research. So we have three presentations. So two papers so related to the turmeric, and the one paper related to Garcinia, we call it as a Boraka. So the first presentation is presented by Sanduli Etiaraki. So Right, topic of the research is synthesis of curcumin, zinc oxide nanocomposite using curcumin extracted from turmeric grown in Sri Lanka. So so I invite Sanduli Chettiarachchi to present her presentation.
Turmeric is grown in most of the areas in Sri Lanka, and it has been proven by research that local turmeric is of very good quality. Today, I'm going to walk you through a research that we did as a value addition to turmeric grown in Sri Lanka. I am Sanduli Sanisha Hettiarachchi from the Department of Export Agriculture, and I'm going to present my research findings on synthesis of curcumin zinc oxide nanocomposite using curcumin extracted from turmeric grown in Sri Lanka. These are the contents of the presentation. Today, with the global movement towards more natural lifestyle, it has brought about resurgence of interest in natural plant-based products. Curcumin is such a natural product which has drawn the attention of many researchers recently. It is the main active compound of turmeric rhizome. Curcumin is a marvelous compound with miraculous therapeutic properties, as it helps to prevent and control neurological, respiratory, cardiovascular, metabolic, inflammatory, autoimmune diseases, and even certain cancers. Despite these advantages, there are certain limitations of curcumin. It has low solubility, poor absorption, fast metabolism, quick systemic elimination, low bioavailability, poor pharmacokinetics, low stability, low penetration targeting efficacy. Apart from that, curcumin is also photodegradable. That means curcumin degrades upon exposure to light. To overcome these drawbacks, we can do certain different techniques. Such a technique is preparation of encapsulated curcumin. Encapsulated curcumin has better chemical physical stability, antibacterial activity, bioavailability, medicinal properties, and therapeutic efficacy. There are so many research work that has been conducted about encapsulation of curcumin. They have conducted research using synthetic curcumin, and they have even proven their application in cancer treatments, drug delivery systems, and they have used various substrates for this encapsulation process. When using synthetic curcumin, the production cost is very high. So that is mainly because synthetic curcumin is very expensive. In Sri Lanka, what we can do is, because turmeric can be cultivated in almost all the parts of the country and it is easily available. Of course, it is a value addition for turmeric in Sri Lanka. We can obtain the turmeric cultivated in Sri Lanka. We can extract curcumin and we can use that curcumin to synthesize the encapsulated curcumin. In encapsulation, we can use various substrates, different metal oxide nanoparticles, different starch compounds, and various other substrates can be used. In this research, we thought of using zinc oxide nanoparticles, specifically mesoporous zinc oxide nanoparticles, because it is non-toxic, low cost, and eco-friendly. Accordingly, the objectives of our research were to extract curcumin from raw turmeric rhizomes, to encapsulate curcumin with mesoporous zinc oxide nanoparticles to produce curcumin nanocomposite, and to characterize the synthesized curcumin nanocomposite. Moving on to the experimental section. Initially, we obtained fully mature turmeric rhizomes cultivated in Sri Lanka. We followed the Department of Export Agriculture protocol and obtained turmeric powder. We wanted to make sure that the obtained turmeric powder was of good quality. So we did these quality parameter tests to that turmeric powder. Then we obtained the oleoresin by sucklet extraction using ethanol as the solvent. We evaporated the solvent using rotary evaporator to obtain the crude extract. Thereafter, we did a treatment with hexane to obtain crude curcuminoid powder. And finally, with the hot solvent mixture treatment using isopropyl alcohol and hexane, we managed to obtain curcumin. Thereafter, the obtained curcumin was encapsulated with zinc oxide nanoparticles. We prepared a stock solution of curcumin and we stirred it overnight with zinc oxide nanoparticles, and finally we managed to obtain the encapsulated nanoparticles. We did the characterization tests to this encapsulated curcumin to confirm whether the encapsulation process has happened properly. Moving on to results and discussion. Initially, in the turmeric powder that we obtained, the moisture percentage was 10%, volatile oil percentage was 5.85%, oleoresin percentage was 17.55%, and the curcumin percentage was 6.47%. This confirmed that the turmeric powder was of good quality. Thereafter, we extracted curcumin. So initially, we wanted to check whether the extracted compound was actually curcumin. For that, the basic test that we can go through is UV visible spectroscopy. So we obtained the absorbance spectrum. So in the absorption spectrum, the highest peak was obtained in 415 nanometers. It confirmed that nanocurcumin has been synthesized successfully. Thereafter, we extracted and we synthesized zinc oxide nanoparticles. So we initially used dynamic light scattering technique to find the particle size of these zinc oxide nanoparticles. Accordingly, the particle size was 92 nanometers. After the encapsulation process also, we followed dynamic light scattering technique and we measured the particle size of this encapsulated nanocomposite. So the particle size of that was 98 nanometers. A slight increase in particle size was observed. Then we wanted to make sure that all the functional groups present in curcumin is present in this nanocomposite as well. For that, the test that we can do is FTIR analysis. Accordingly, we obtained the results successfully, and in the composite, all the functional groups present in curcumin were present, and additional to that, there was another band that was observed at 599 per centimeter wave number that is responsible for zinc oxide bond stretching. So in the composite, we can confirm that there are curcumin particles as well as zinc oxide nanoparticles. We did a color measurement to all the samples that we used. So here, L value is responsible for light. Since zinc oxide nanoparticles are white in color, highest L value was observed in zinc oxide nanoparticles. But when encapsulating nanocurcumin, it added a slight yellow tinge. Because of that, the L value decreased slightly in the final nanocomposite. In conclusion, we can proudly say that we were able to synthesize zinc oxide nanocomposite encapsulated with curcumin successfully using curcumin extracted from locally cultivated turmeric rhizomes. This nanocomposite can be used in a wide range of applications such as drug delivery systems and in antibacterial compounds. However, further research is necessary to fully explore and harness the potential of this novel nanocomposite. I would like to thank everyone who helped and supported me in this research. These are the major references that I used. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samuli, for your presentation. Now the paper is open for discussion. Any queries?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is possible to use nanocurcumin instead of curcumin because when you nanocurcumin is an advanced version of curcumin. So when the particle size is decreased, the surface area is increases. So in the same amount of curcumin, when you use same amount of curcumin and same amount of nanocurcumin, and when we compare the activity of these two compounds, obviously, the nanocurcumin has better activity because it has more surface area exposed because it is small and therefore it has very good activity. So we can easily replace curcumin with nanocurcumin, and the thing is we need only a minute amount of nanocurcumin instead of the general curcumin that we use.
Then what about the zinc particles attached to it?
Now, the thing is, in curcumin, like it has so many drawbacks. So we can follow different techniques to sort these drawbacks. So one technique is producing nanocurcumin. Second technique is encapsulating it with some other compounds like fibrine. Third technique is incorporating it with some other nanoparticles to prepare encapsulated nanoparticles. So here what we did was, we found zinc oxide as a good candidate, and we prepared the zinc oxide nanoparticle with holes inside. So in the nanoparticle, there were so many holes, and we dipped the curcumin solution overnight in the zinc oxide compound, and then into those holes, the curcumin is embedded inside those zinc oxide particles. So zinc oxide is a normal particle that is used in drug delivery in cancer treatment. So what they do is generally they incorporate the cancer drug inside the porous zinc oxide and use it for drug delivery. They inject it directly to the place where the cancer cells are located. So near the cancer cell, the pH value is very low, that is acidic. So in an acidic background, the zinc oxide gradually dissolves. So this drug gradually goes to the cancer cell and is free. The other parts of the body are not affected. So here, what we did was, instead of the cancer medicine that we used the curcumin extracted from our turmeric. So we used the same zinc oxide and we incorporated it into the zinc oxide particle, and finally we managed to get a stable solid compound. Actually, initially the common thing that we wanted to use was calcium carbonate. We tried calcium carbonate at first, but we were unsuccessful. That is because calcium carbonate is very basic. So in the basic background, curcumin, as you all know, when we rub it with soap, it turns a red color. So the calcium carbonate nanoparticle turned into red color. So that is actually a reversible reaction. So when we put soap, it becomes red, and when we dry it again, when soap is not there, it becomes yellow again. Now we experience it in day-to-day life. with the same input. So the color changes, but researchers challenge us to prove that the red coloring is actually curcumin that is not broken. The molecule is not broken because curcumin can be broken into vanillin and some other benzene compounds. So we thought of holding it there and we thought of moving on with zinc oxide. So here we were successful. It had only yellow hue. So nobody came to challenge because everybody knows that the yellow color is working. So it was successful. The composite was successful.
My dear, very simple question, but still you have learned a lot from nano, but we are not. So maybe my question is, actually when we are applying this nano curcumin with zinc have a specific characteristic and curcumin also. Then they are together. Are there any problem to the body or maybe the tongue?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
There's literature where it is not tried. The thing is, they have tried the antibacterial activity application. So in the literature, actually in UNICEF in Sri Lanka, they have done, but they have used synthetic curcumin, not the natural extracted curcumin. They have tested the antibacterial activity of zinc oxide alone, curcumin alone, and the composite. So results have revealed that the composite is way ahead than these two individual systems. So it's collectively, it has a very good antibacterial effect. So these days, with the antibacterial resistance, the bacteria has grown resistance against these artificial compounds. So what they are trying to do is combine things with natural compounds. So they can't follow this, and bacterial compounds can't follow that mechanism. So they can't develop resistance. So the world trend in antibacterial compounds is now mixing the compounds together and using natural antibacterial agents.
The other question is, as I read on nanoparticles, I think the curcumin, the normal curcumin activity, and the nanocurcumin activity. I think the nanocurcumin activity is 1,000 times high. So then what is the effect?
Yeah, like here, like when incorporating zinc oxide, obviously the nanocurcumin is the one that goes into action. So, like in the zinc oxide compound, there are only small nano holes. So the curcumin that goes inside that is obviously nano. And the important part is the quantity that you have to use is very small. So rather than other drugs that we have to use in high dose, this is very safe.
And when we are having turmeric to the food, we can absorb, I think, very little amount of curcumin into our body. But when we are having the nanocurcumin, then I think the amount we have to take, I think maybe minor. Then we have to control it. How can we do it?
Yes, the minimum levels of consumption, safe consumption, has been now recommended by the FDA. So it is 5 milligrams per day. If you take turmeric, we can have 8 grams per day. Curcumin is 5 milligrams per day.
And this nanoparticle, what is the ratio between the zinc oxide?
Now here in this one, it's 1:1.
1:1. Then when we are having certain amount of curcumin, then we are having the same amount of zinc oxide.
Yeah.
When we are having both day to day and when we are having the zinc oxide is also going to our body.
Yeah.
Then what is it?
Here in this one, actually, we don't recommend it for day-to-day use. We actually recommend nanocurcumin for day-to-day use. This is actually for drug delivery and for medical use. Only for medical use. So, but nanocurcumin, you can have daily with milk. Just the nanocurcumin, you can have daily. That is something else. And this is the composite. This is only for medical use.
Then what would be the cost of it?
Actually, compared to the artificial curcumin, synthetic curcumin, it's actually 50 milligrams is about 2 lakhs. With local curcumin, if we buy curcumin for like 500 rupees, let's say, kilogram, still we can manage it to a cost with very low cost, including all the electricity costs and installation costs and everything. So, cost is
It means that we have to still in our foods, we have to use not curcumin, but turmeric.
yeah. In food, day-to-day life, it's turmeric that we have to use. And nanoprotein is actually used as a supplement by the people who are using diet plans and also but for instance, for Sri Lanka, then we use turmeric with coconut milk and in the curry. That is the best medicine that we can have with incorporated with spices. But for foreign countries, Korea, USA, they have supplements. They put it for protein shakes and everything. So those countries, that is the product that we have to do. So this is actually for export, not for local consumption. I recommend using turmeric with the curry for Asians as well.
Okay, somebody, there is one question from the
One.
the question is, are there any adverse effects from extra amount of curcumin injection?
Yes, yes, yes. It has been proven by animal research. In certain days, what they do is curcumin enhances the activity of kidney. So if you use too much curcumin, the kidney can function too fast and it can collapse. So kidney disease is the first thing which that comes with excess curcumin use.
Is there any color? Is there any color difference, natural curcumin and nano curcumin? Because mostly people are used for turmeric for coloring of curries. Yes.
The synthetic when we extract curcumin from turmeric, this orange, and when we turn it to nano, it becomes yellow. The color reduces. Yes, color reduces.
When we use it curry preparation, the color.
This one is that the color reduces. Not
No.
for that. No.
Only medicine.
Very light color.
Only medicine.
No,
Okay.
Okay, any more questions? Time is up. Okay.
I think very interesting topic. We have worked very hard. So finally you get the end product. And have you applied for the patent?
no, yes.
Okay. I think you are leaving very today or tomorrow. It's better to initiate that process also.
I have actually with Dr. Indira, we went to meet the secretary for the process to start this with commercialization. So I have already written the report for encapsulation process and I have submitted it with my head.
Okay, that's great. Okay, right, thank you.
It means that when we are having the more turmeric, then it will affect to the kidney.
Yes, sir. When we have more than 8 grams per day, every day, that's enough.
Not depend on the body weight.
Yeah, for average.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's a very interesting topic. And everybody is enthusiastic about the medical use and the domestic use. So there is a few different things. We are more familiar with the domestic use of turmeric. So now we are talking about the nanoparticles, the nano curcumin. So we are very, very rich. We are at the same level as the very rich country like USA and European countries. So I think it is better for medical use, but not in domestic use. Okay.
Stand with research wherever you are.
to go beyond this point and to for another product, nano products for different applications of this nano products. I think you won't stop it from here. If you are doing further studies or working somewhere in a research field, at least try to go forward with this research, which is very important, I think, for the, especially for this, who are producing these air connection, and then you have faced the problem of price problems, and so if there's any possibility for value addition, some one or two exporters who are willing to value addition, we can use the technology and become a good exporter for this stuff. Thank you.
I'm always there to support any entrepreneur because we don't want any income from them. What we want is for them to commercialize this one and to give some earning to the country.
Yeah.
So
But I tried to give you some chance, but I think you are leaving too early. But anyway, I think it's for your future, you try to find different applications, go beyond there. Now you come from curcumin to nano curcumin and go for different applications in different fields. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Okay, then, so certainly take all these advice in your mind, and I wish you all the best in your future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the next presentation is comparative quantitative analysis of phytochemical in Garcinia crucita and Garcinia cyronica by Tusari Unity.
My research topic is comparative quantitative analysis of phytochemicals in two Garcinia species found in Sri Lanka. My research team is Tushar, myself, Mrs. S.S. Tiarachi, A.I. Karunaratna, AMCI Bandaranayake, K. Sendura. Content is introduction, objectives, methodology, results and discussion, conclusion, and reference. Next, we move to the introduction part. Garcinia is the largest genus of the Poaceaceae family, including of 390 species. There are 10 Garcinia species found in Sri Lanka. Garcinia cyronica and Garcinia crucita are endemic to Sri Lanka. Garcinia cyronica is known as Eloborica and Garcinia crucita is known as Ratuborica. Garcinia is commonly used as condiment in culinary as a food flavoring agent and food preservative. It is a medicine due to its numerous medicinal properties. Garcinia is multi-purpose endemic tree species. It has complex chemical composition. Main ingredients of Garcinia is hydroxycitric acid. Also, it consists with other chemicals. Dried and fresh fruits used as a day-to-day activity. My objective is to carry out a comparative investigation on phytochemical proximate and mineral composition of Garcinia crucita and Garcinia cyronica cultivated under similar agroclimatic conditions in the Mawatha region. Methodology part is next. My location is Central Research Station of Department of Export Agriculture Marketing. Materials are Garcinia zelenica and Garcinia cressida fruit training. We collect the materials from Matale district. The plants were randomly selected from farmers' home garden from Ovilikanda in Matale district. Fully ripe Garcinia cressida and Garcinia zelenica fruits were collected. 2 samples were collected and each sample size was 15 kilograms. Harvested fruits were washed, cut and seeds were removed from the bin after picking. This is the sample preparation procedure. First step is wash the Garcinia fruits. Then artificial drying in below 55 centigrade and cut into small pieces. Then grind and steam the sample. Then take the Garcinia powder and kept into the bottle until analyzed. This is the comparative quantitative phytochemical procedure. We got several parameters to analyze this Garcinia sample. First parameter is hydroxycitric acid content. Then we determine flavonoid content, food fat content, moisture content, food fiber content, total nitrogen content, protein content, ash content, acid insoluble ash content, like that several parameters. Then move to the data analysis part. 2 treatments and 3 replicates for each treatment as in this research experiment. The experimental design was a complete randomized design. The mean values of replicates were determined using Lankan's test method. The difference among the cultivars was tested with one-way analysis of variance by using SAS statistical software. Then move to the results and discussion part. First one is determination of hydroxycitric acid content of Garcinia cressida and Garcinia zelenica. According to these results, Garcinia zelenica has shown highest amount than Garcinia cressida. Then we determine total flavonoid content of Garcinia cressida. There is a significant difference between Garcinia zelenica and Garcinia cressida. Garcinia cressida has shown highest amount of total flavonoid content. Then determine total phenol content of Garcinia cressida and Garcinia zelenica. According to these results, Garcinia cressida has shown highest amount of total phenol content than Garcinia zelenica. We determine tannin content of Garcinia cressida and Garcinia zelenica. Garcinia cressida has shown highest amount of tannin content than Garcinia zelenica. Then we move to the phytochemical and proximate analysis of dry print of Garcinia 2 species. According to these results, food protein content and food fiber content has shown highest amount in Garcinia selanica than Garcinia cruzica. Then move to the total nitrogen and mineral percentage analysis of two species of Garcinia. According to these results, all the parameters has shown significant difference in two species. Total nitrogen content has shown highest amount in Garcinia selanica, Garcinia cruzica than Garcinia selanica. But phosphorus content was highest in Garcinia selanica than Garcinia cruzica. However, potassium, sodium and calcium content is higher in the Garcinia cruzica than Garcinia selanica. But magnesium content is less in Garcinia cruzica than Garcinia selanica. Now we move to the conclusion part. According to this research, phytochemical screening revealed that the hydroxycitric acid content was significantly higher in Garcinia selanica than in Garcinia cruzica. In this study, it was observed that extraction of hydroxycitric acid content of Garcinia in ethanolic sodium hydroxide was less than ethanolic potassium hydroxide. It can be concluded that Garcinia selanica has a potential to be popularized as a cash crop according to hydroxycitric acid content. This is my references. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Peradeniya. Now, we can open the presentation for discussion.
We could use ANOVA only if there is if more than 3 treatments. Here only 2 treatments levels, so you don't need to do ANOVA, and it's useless. And just simply you can use TPET. 2 samples. That's enough.
Yes.
If you use ANOVA, you can end up with wrong conclusions because in this case only 2 treatments and 3 replicates. That means total degree of freedom is 5. Then treatment degree of freedom is 1, and the error degree of freedom is 4. That means it is far below the 12. Then this high chance of rejecting. You can get wrong conclusion with that low degree of freedom.
Apart from that, earlier we learned about protein, that is half, and now it is water, half or water. So any questions about Visita and Sirimavo? These two are distinctly different.
White color. Black color. So this is depends on the carbon can find. Mostly you see at the water, it's very natural fruits are being raised and turned back. The harvesting period is complicated. And 50, So how the distribution is done. So they are selected as one of the not cultivators, but the cultivation of the yellow one is better. We have to think about the quality or maybe the market price. So that people are using it for power. Right? So in that case, Sirimava is much better. But that is not shown right. Fine. Just like Arabica and Robusta. Double chromosome. Maybe some spontaneous side is occurring in different spaces, but it is not. So there,
Yes, research, I will watch analyze, but analyze all the time. Not only red one.
So
Only red one.
they can see
Different house. And also chemical properties also different.
I think it's just in Peter is both colors. Red and yellow.
Not
But-
not red and yellow, red and yeah. Nearly orange color. Nearly orange color. Yes. Pulp is red color. But in mature, there are red and yellow.
Confused now.
Okay, drafted.
As I remember, Dr. Y, he made a collection of the high yielding varieties from all over the country. And he studied Lakshana and Karnataka Markale also. I think currently following that experiment.
Garcinia selenica. It is difficult to differentiate Garcinia precita and Garcinia selenica. In Garcinia selenica, when we separate into two halves, in the seed color, mucilage color is white. In Garcinia precita, the mucilage color is red. That's the thing, differentiate, the only thing.
So you might have all the data before, right? We can take it current, we can bring for example, it's close to and see whether these are actually Sirinika or Rupita. I didn't see that.
Yes.
So then we must have done the right thing. I think Dakshina will be have a program to introduce drafters and mathematics.
Can you see the conclusion? Can you make the second conclusion with your study? Second conclusion, it needs to be the proper, but it has to be studied in
Research and discussion, that's right.
Okay, now.
Excuse me. Actually, this is suggestion because we did the research regarding collection of grass in the. So actually, I think your study, if we can consider, try to analyze the difference between the after plants and the every mother plant, because I is concerned due to that gardening is union, we are producing some differences in cytokine.
Yes, I have seen that.
If thank you. Because when we are doing grafting, the roots of plants, different science and roots of plants, there should be some reason to change the phytochemical composition. There are some evidences to other problems. So, time happening in the grafting acid.
You mean the root stock variability?
So, in form of graphic plants, we are selecting different kinds and different yeah. With that union, the discharging aspect is different chemical composition. Some other can't showing that difference. Also, the roots.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that root stroke maybe will change the form of
Also, we have seen occasionally differences.
So it may not be the identical plant we are what we have expected. So now we are opening the science into new paths. So vegetative propagation, so we have the advantages. Mother plant, we get the two offspring, but now it seems not. Okay, any more questions?
In proximate analysis, the higher problem thinking without but when the I can't explain it. Food protein analysis was from based on nitrogen. Maybe circulation. Vegetation.
Oh, that's why we use setting stuff, we use. So we eliminate unwanted errors outside. Okay, Tinkari, so thank you very much. If there is no any other question, so we go to the Thank you, sir. So we are coming back to turmeric again. So this time evaluation of curcumin content of turmeric collected from major turmeric growing districts in Sri Lanka. Presented by Mawatha, please come forward and present to you.
And my research is on evaluation of curcumin content on turmeric collected from major turmeric growing districts in Sri Lanka. These are the contents of my presentation. Turmeric is a spice derived from the rhizomes of Curcuma longa, and it belongs to the ginger family Zingiberaceae. Turmeric has many uses. It is used as a medicine and as a spice, as a food colorant, as a cloth dye, cosmetic, and as a disinfectant. Curcumin is the most biological active constituent of turmeric, and the characteristic yellow color of turmeric is due to the curcumin. Curcumin has many medicinal properties, such as anti-carcinogenic, antifungal, antidepressant, and antioxidant properties. Because of these medicinal properties, curcumin is have been used for many research and clinical trials and reveal the medicinal properties of curcumin. Therefore, curcumin content of turmeric has become one of the main factors that determine quality of turmeric. That means high curcumin content is high demand for turmeric. When it's come to the present situation, at present Sri Lanka is self-sufficient from turmeric. That means we have excess turmeric production. excess turmeric production, if it is not managed well, it can lead to, it can decrease the demand, and due to the contamination, it may cause poor quality and waste of production. Therefore, it is must we have to do value addition to the turmeric and exporting turmeric. When it's come to value addition, resin, curcumin, and turmeric oil are major value-added products. In the export market, India is the largest exporter of turmeric, and they have cultivars with high curcumin content such as lactone turmeric. Therefore, they export turmeric with high curcumin content because it has high demand. What is geographical indication? Geographical indication is a sign used on products that have a specific geographical origin and possess cortisol as a reputation due to the place of origin. Identifying turmeric with high level of curcumin and identifying areas where it grows. Then we can identify relationship between the process qualities and the location, and from that we can obtain GI tags for turmeric. Therefore, objectives of this research is identifying turmeric with high curcumin content in areas where it grows, developing turmeric cultivars with high curcumin content, achieving export market with high curcumin turmeric, and achieving geographical indications tags for turmeric which with high curcumin content. And we'll see the materials and method and turmeric sample collection. We have collected 55 samples of turmeric from 55 locations of 9 districts. These 9 districts are major turmeric growing districts. And we did random sampling method. And we have collected 9-month-old fresh rhizomes of turmeric. And moisture content was determined using AR grade toluene. Curcumin content is determined using standard curcumin AR grade, and AR grade ethanol is used to determine curcumin content. First, the fresh turmeric rhizomes processed to a dry turmeric powder. This has been done using the procedure given in the turmeric technical building department of export agriculture, and we boiled and dried turmeric at temperature of 55 degrees Celsius until it reached 8 to 10 moisture content. Determination of moisture content is done by distillation method, and determination of curcumin content is done by spectrophotometric method. Statistical analysis. We did curcumin evaluations carried out in triplicate following complete randomized design. Results were subjected to complete lineage cluster analysis. When it's come to results and discussion, moisture content of 55 sample is varied from 8.67 to 9. And this moisture content is used to calculate the dry mass of turmeric powder, and it is used to calculate the curcumin content. In Sri Lanka, standard moisture content of turmeric powder should be less or equal to the 10%, and in our all samples, the moisture content is within the limit. And when it's come to a curcumin content is varied from 2.65 to 6.89, and average curcumin content is 4.41. And according to the Sri Lanka standard, curcumin content of turmeric powder should be above 3%. It should be equal or above 3%. So the highest curcumin content was 6.89, and the sample is taken from Mawatha and Bharat, and also turmeric taken from Kambol, Talapitara, Vayukola, Vinodwar, and Ampara has curcumin content more than 6%. And the lowest curcumin content was 2.65, and samples taken from Bandaranayake, and The turmeric taken from Hadralia and Katrana also has curcumin content less than 3%. And this graph shows the curcumin content of samples collected from different locations. We did the statistical analysis was the cluster analysis, and this is the dendrogram based on the curcumin content of locations 55. And in this statistical analysis, we clearly identify 4 clusters as 1, 2, 3, and 4. The cluster 1, curcumin content of cluster 1 varied from 5.85 to 6.89, and it has 9 locations. Curcumin content of cluster 2 varied from 4.55 to 5.43, and it has 10 locations. Curcumin content of cluster 3 content of cluster 3 varying from 3.74 to 4.44, and it has 26 locations. And this is the largest cluster with 26 locations, and totally 47% of total locations. And cluster 4 curcumin content varied from 2.64 to 3.53, and it has 10 locations. When it's come to the research in turmeric, curcumin content of turmeric, Lanka and Chaudhary studied in 2021 curcumin content of 17 accessions of Northeast India, and it has concluded variation in one accession may be due to geographical variation like climatic conditions, soil, and environment. And also, another study was done in 2017 by Peradeniya, and studied curcumin content of turmeric samples of 9 states. And they have concluded that geographical variation affects the curcumin content apart from other factors like soil, climate, method of cultivation, and rainfall. And also in 2017, there's another study done by Sandeep Patel, and they have cultivated high-yielding turmeric cultivar called Sirimavo in 9 ecoclimatic zones in India, and they have concluded that for curcumin content, more sensitive factors were the altitude, soil pH, nutrition, and potassium content. Management of environmental parameters of turmeric cultivation can gain high and quality yield of curcumin. There are several studies on curcumin content of turmeric grown in different locations, and these studies has concluded that geographical variations like climatic condition, soil, and environment is affecting curcumin content. Other factors like method of cultivation, fertilizer added, and agronomic practices also affect to the quality and yield of curcumin. So we have selected turmeric samples with high curcumin content, and further analysis of these samples for their chemical and physical parameters, we can identify characteristic qualities due to the origin communication, and this can be lead to obtain GI tags to the turmeric. Conclusion of this research. There are several conclusions in this research. The curcumin content of 55 turmeric samples range from 2.65 to 6.89, and average curcumin content was 4.41. And complete lineage cluster analysis classified turmeric growing locations into 4 significant clusters based on curcumin content. Variation in curcumin content of cluster 1 varied from 5.85 to 6.89 with 9 locations. Variation in curcumin content of cluster 2 varied from 4.55 to 5.43 with 10 locations. Variation in curcumin content of cluster 3 varied from 4.45 to 3.74 with 26 locations. Variation in curcumin content of cluster 4 varied from 2.64 to 3.53 with 10 locations. So the references of my research
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Pratham. You can prepare for the question coming from the audience.
Okay, no more questions? Not even one more. Actually, it's a very good findings in your presentation study. I think, do you have this exercise with you?
not the access have to be the sound from different.
When you are collecting the sample, you hand over the same sample.
So in the evaluation experiment. Yes, yes. Yeah, everything. In our division.
I think they are having.
Because now we already know which taxes are the highest kind of curve loadings. And for our breeding the irrigation programs, I think in terms of irrigation, I think we can use these taxes. And you have 4 clusters. The first cluster is the highest curve loading. All those germplasm or maybe the access coming from the same area.
Not the same area, sir. The area from and also some area from K1.
No pattern. No specific pattern.
No, not specific.
But if your idea, what's your idea? If we cultivate these higher performing accesses from umpire area in Margaret, then what should happen?
It's a controversial because that in my research also it may be due to the location or maybe due to the economic practices. I think both are affecting. I mean we have to do trial cultivating here, but it may results may differ. We may not be able to get the same results.
Then what do you think about that? The amount of percentage of curcumin determined by different factors. The curcumin content of the plant or maybe the rhizome is determined by different factors. What are the factors as you know?
Location is a one factor, sir, and altitude, the soil condition and all the elevation also one factor. And it says the fertilizer like nitrogen and potassium, and also the agronomic practices also affected. So, but we can exactly say this is because of the location. But what I feel is we have to take more samples from those areas, and we have to do more studies. Then we can understand if there are if there are any locations with high curcumin content, because curcumin is the major factor that determines the quality of turmeric. And then we can evaluate other chemical parameters also, and we can identify cultivar, because still we don't have turmeric cultivar. In India, they have cultivars, and they have high curcumin yielding cultivars like Lankan, and they have obtained GI tags for certain turmeric cultivars, like they have variety called Sangili, and some varieties they have GI tags. But we don't have such a cultivar. It is better we can have a cultivar like with a high curcumin content.
You mean that?
Yeah.
You mean that we can change the turmeric content, curcumin content with economic practices as well?
Yes, that also affects, but it is not a one factor.
Yeah, it means that if we came Okay, let me so that means so part of the genetic factor. Well, the other factors
And also they must
change curcumin content.
Yeah.
it means that the higher content there is one exercise from higher curcumin content from Ampara.
Yeah.
If you calculate that the taxation somewhere in Sri Lanka, and if we change the economic status, it will the curcumin content will be big.
Yes, yes. But if we can good turmeric,
You can so select one expression and calculate all over the island. The same expression.
G plus, yes. That is why I'm asking about economic practices.
So my suggesting is you take the same genetic material and plant at a different
Then you can see the environment factor.
Yes.
and see the result.
Very good.
there are some researchers, but they have observed 10 different curcumin levels. Like in India, they have selected, I mentioned in my presentation also, one high yielding curcumin variety called Surama, and they have cultivated it in 9 states.
Different locations.
Yeah, different locations, but they have observed curcumin content 1 to 5%. That means they didn't get the same curcumin content.
But that is in my.
Yeah.
I am asking for the economic factors.
What I think,
That is
sir,
again in another one.
what I think, sir,
Contribution is very low.
we can select good turmeric and we can do the best, we can apply the best economic practices for that particular turmeric, then we can have a good turmeric.
Have you done something like that?
Okay, you can't expect that in some cases, some genotypes behave badly in some environment. For example, I will give you chili example. MI1 and MI2 give higher yield in good environments, but not in bad environment. But AA2 variety give high yield in bad environment. That's what called genotype interaction with the environment. So you can't, without doing any research or research, you can't see that. And other thing is, I am not criticizing because my name also there. I help with it, but you can't say this much of conclusion using this only using this diagram because this is a multivariate technique. There should be multivariate means there should be many variables. Here only you use only one variable and you can't say
without knowing what type of approach because have been done, no other economic factor, whatever. You don't know. You just collect samples and see the document. The natural level, this change.
And one more thing, madam, in Sri Lanka, for my knowledge, Curcuma longa is the introduced species to Sri Lanka. So I don't know the time period, maybe 400, 500 years ago, but it's an introduced species. So you cannot expect location specific or some region specific genetic variation in Sri Lanka.
It's a very small country.
Yeah.
So how far people can come to table and collect material and come there.
Not only that,
So the geographical location, it is not very clear actually.
No, so some from practice there. In Ampara, we can see physically, we can see the turmeric, what we call the difference. There's a difference to the turmeric. The weight and it was introduced from India very recent, about 20-30 years before. Again, introduced that from Americans brought from India. They say that that is a different variety. They say
But something, some different cultivar is there, because that are very, very high yielding, and the branches also, the pillars also very tall and big leaves, and there's some, you know, the morphological characteristics also different.
Yeah.
That has probably difference.
It is very possible for the.
I agree with Anuradha in that point because it's highly depend on the environment. That's true because if you take some rhizomes from upper area and cultivate here, you never get that high.
So yeah, that's what we can do is we can identify that particular cultivar and you can. India is doing what they are doing. They are cultivating. They have the variety name related to locations. That means that don't.
They have interest related to location. Actually, they have cultivars inherent that particular area or state. So what we can do is we can identify such a cultivar and we can go for a GI tag or something like that.
Okay, so I have
Then you
one
can-
simple question.
Yeah.
I have one simple question from the department. So you are promoting 113 varieties. So this
That what you are going to do with the product produce. Now farmers are producing lot of carbon radical lot of turmeric, but they can't sell at the market. So what we are
Not
looking for
for
now.
the secretary to the public administration, you know, or ask the same question me in the interview with the director.
No. So
But
actually we know the, I also we know the answer.
We have to answer because of the turmeric brand, the task force, you know, the challenge at that time. So we put
You
the
know
challenge.
successful actually. Department.
We did not report. But the problem is, Hurricane band in, implemented properly. So the actions travel to country and what we calculated was actually enough for the country farm.
Actually, there's another point that we have okay, now is time is stress. So actually,
that's another point we have forgotten. Herkimer longa is a diploid. So actually, with the seed production, it cannot produce viable seed. So as all we discussed, in the current germ pattern, there is not much genetic variation due to that. Most probably, most of those variations have occurred due to environmental factors. As an example, in the Ampar area, most of the people they are cultivating the turmeric even and Namalaya. The Namalaya people they have started cultivating their spontaneous seeds from even area. But as our commenter states, the turmeric in Namalaya is totally different than here. So basically the difference is in that.
Nearly same as nearly same normal nearly 6 point like that. Gonavilla 5.9. Same, several.
but the one factor is
But Gonavilla is there in several.
Yeah, the point is, what
if you want to continue, so I am.
what in our situation is actually the yield. And everything depends on, might be because of the environment conditions, but one suggestion for you, because in your conclusion and discussion, you have made some statement, which might be because of this, but you haven't tested such thing. So without testing such thing, because you haven't analyzed soil, you haven't analyzed anything, it is contrary to make some statement without doing such analysis.
Yes, I want to add some, one more, I want to add actually. Generally, as Dr. Damodaran said, the characteristics determined by the G angles, the genetics and environment. I have done one experiment on paper with different light conditions, light regimes. So I found that with the different light regimes, the bulk density is different, pipeline is different, oil content is different. So if we cut the DCDA, then economic practice. Then what will happen? The pipeline content, oil content, bulk density, everything is increased. Right? So actually, what we know that the effect, the factors for GNE, but as Anuradha said, sometimes economic factors also may happen.
I mean.
It depends.
Yeah, actually, so shall we wind up because we are really behind the schedule time.
Yeah, you better continue this. That is what the they may be some conclusion. But you know, stating that there are different areas. See whether that is a conclusion or can take it because I know.
So actually, as Dr. Ramadan said, phenotype equal to genotype plus environment. But this not 50 by 50. So one can be 1% and the other one can be 99%. So it can be the other way also. 99% genotype. So there will be a lot of variations in that case. So we have to see all these things. And thank you very much, Anuradha.
One more thing, what's the if you select who collected samples from different places, then there are collection here. That's a jump back to collection. But we use the sample collected from different areas, not from the geography for this research.
Absolutely. So
No, those samples we
have the jump back.
can't give.
Okay, thank you very much, Anuradha. So I am not going to consider each paper one by one at the last point. And we discussed all the papers at that time. So I'm not going to repeat it again. So let me thank all the organizers and the presenters for their successful presentations and making all of us awake all this time. And wish I wish DG and all the staff for this arrangement of this symposium. I hope it will last forever until the department exists. And hopefully, I think the second, so we have to include it. I think it would be helpful to develop the export agriculture sector in Sri Lanka. And some of the techniques we found so can be and wish all of you good luck. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Puratna. I got to hear that he is the founder of ACI. He's the founder, he's the person who initiated this research symposium series for the first time in our department. Thank you very much, Dr. Puratna. Your presence was indeed a real inspiration to all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are delighted to announce that the technical sessions of the ASIA 2023 have successfully concluded. These 2 days have been filled with insightful presentations, fruitful discussions, and valuable knowledge sharing. We are immensely grateful to all the presenters and attendees for their valuable contributions. It is the time to appreciate the collective wisdom gathered, celebrate the collaboration nurtured, and bid farewell to this remarkable event. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving to the closing ceremony of ASIA 2023.
At the end of this successful event, we would like to hear from the leader of our department some few words. Ms. A.P.P. Disna, Director General of Export Agriculture. It is time for your comments, madam.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everybody. Actually, I am delighted to be able to conclude an ACF session during my career. Some significant milestone in my career. So, first of all, I don't take much time to explain this. I think I was able to lead this event successfully. So I have to, it is my duty to appreciate those who made their contribution for this event to be success. First of all, I excuse you, I request your forgiveness because I didn't make a list for the appreciation, but first of all, I appreciate those all who did something for this event in this department. I think in all 4 divisions, many people did something to make this event success. Especially one founding member of our department who is going to retire very soon, Dr. H.M.T. Singh was one of the founding members of ASEAN. Therefore, his wish to have an ASEAN session, even he was talking about since last year to have an ASEAN session. We wanted it to have it last year, but somehow we couldn't manage to do it. That was his wish to have an ASEAN session before he retirement in next month. I think he can go happily because he did what he wanted to do. Then I appreciate all, as I said, I appreciate all additional directors, director generals, directors, DDs, ADs, RDS, POs, and all people, even to drivers and KKS and even the laborers who did something to make this event success. Especially the ACF coordinator, Mr. Kasami Domekoral, I think for last 2-3 months, he had a word like Mahadev Parvati on his head, and every minute he spent thinking about this, talking about this, and making the arrangement for this event. So I especially appreciate him for making this event up to this level. Then those who contributed to us from outside, our reviewers, chief editor, chairpersons, sponsors, and those who attended to the yesterday night, ASEAN night, and all others who have contributed us for this event in some way. So I appreciate all your support, courage, and again and again, and we wish your presence and your support in the future events also. And especially appreciate those who made presentations during, I think, only they had about 2 months to do for everything. And I think we always reminded them, but they did their work even at the last moment. They did their presentation, prepared their presentation, but the work was done in, I think, in very high level. So I appreciate all your hard work to make presentations at this moment. Also, I appreciate those who were with us from online, YouTube, Facebook, and those from those social media, and who joined with us to make this event success. Thank you very much. Thank you, madam. Throughout the last 2 days, we brought out a significant number of research outputs that brings vast knowledge and practical application to boost the sector of export agricultural crops. And we are sure that this crucial knowledge will be duly disseminated to the benefit of our stakeholders. Now it's time to declare the successful end of this annual symposium.
Before making the conclusion of the symposium, it is our duty to recognize the dedication and hard work of our scientists and appreciate their tireless work. I invite with honor Ms. A.P.P. Disna, the Director General of Export Agriculture Department, to give away the certificates of excellent performances. First, Varuni Yatavath. Iresha Silva. I have to remind you, if the presenting author is not available at the moment, their colleagues or any other person can take the certificate on behalf of that person. Manavi Karnaratna, Tiranga Silva. Thank you very much, Shaila.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. H.M.P.A. Subhasilhan, Additional Director General Research, Department of Export Agriculture, to give away the certificates to the presenter. And Mr. Dinesh Ramgode.
Any other person who can take the certificate on behalf of Mr. Dinesh?
Ms. P.K.D. Pavasana. Mrs. K.D. Priyadarshini.
Thank you very much, sir. Then I would like to invite Dr. Kunaratna, former Director General of the department, to give away the certificates.
Director General,
Additional Director General, I'm sorry. First, Sumedha Munasik. It's a partially fine. Hiruni Rubasina. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then I would like to invite Dr. Peradeniya Silva, the former Director Research, Department of Export Agriculture, to give away the excellence of certificate. With Eranga Veervardhana. Mr. Jehan De Souza. Ms. M.D. Malakanti. Thank you very much, Nanda.
Then we would like to invite Dr. D. N. Samaravira, former Director Research, to distribute the certificates. First, Mr. Upur Ranavira. Bayani Vimalgunarathana. Anjali Alagirmanda. D.T. Amasha. I think they are university students. They will not appear, or their representatives will not appear here.
Thank you very much. Next, I would like to invite Dr. N. Ramadasa, former Deputy Director Research, to give away the certificates. Mr. Rohana Vijaykumar. Mrs. Ruchira Koditwa. Then again, Mrs. Eranga Hiravardhan. Thank you very much.
Then we would like to invite Dr. G. Jayasinghe, Director Research of National Cinema Research and Training Center. First, Kilitara Madhurasi. Anuradha Kamara. Thank you, Ron, sir. It is not fair if I don't say a few words about the major pillar behind the entire event, who had formulated and designed the program from concept to reality. Sir, without your marvelous support, we could have not had this event in this high standard. Ladies and gentlemen, let me respectfully invite the coordinator of ASIAC 2023, Mr. Prasad Idame Korala, Director, Regulations, Department of Export Agriculture, the great personality who shouldered the organization of this massive event and made it exceptionally remarkable. Sir, I kindly request you to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Department of Export Agriculture, it is my privilege and honor to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing us with you present at the annual Symposium of Export Agriculture Crops ASIAC 2023. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the Director General of Department of Export Agriculture, APT. Madam, your unwavering support and guidance have been instrumental in making this symposium a resounding success. Thank you. Then I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Mrs. A.B. Shema Sheran, for delivering an enlightening and inspiring address, setting the tone for an enriching symposium experience. Then I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our esteemed panel of speakers who have shared their invaluable knowledge, experience, and expertise with us throughout the symposium. I also express my sincere gratitude to the session chairpersons for their dedication and invaluable contribution to ensure the smooth and organized flow of the symposium sessions. I would like to take a moment to extend my sincere appreciation to the reviewers who actively engage in the double-blind peer review process. Your invaluable contribution have played a crucial role in ensuring the quality and credibility of the research presented at this symposium. I would like to express the gratitude on behalf of the ACF team to the editor-in-chief, Professor R.D. Mawatha, and members of the editorial board. We are grateful for your commitment and upholding the highest standard of scholarly and excellence for your dedication and promoting the dissemination of knowledge in the field of export agriculture crops. Thank you, sir, for your invaluable contribution to the ASEAN 2023. So then I would like to extend my special note of thanks for our sponsors and partners for unwavering support and commitment to the growth of export agriculture have made this symposium resounding success. Further, I would like to acknowledge the hard working and dedication of all symposium committees. Without you, I would be helpless and the function would be hopeless. Thank you for your unwavering dedication and passion. Organizing committees, paper committee, paper evaluation committee, then financial committee, publicity committee, and virtual arrangement committee and arrangement committee for their tremendous support given to the make this event success in a very, very short period. I sincerely appreciate the invaluable contribution to the staff of the Department of Export Agriculture, especially Central Research Station, Mawatha, Communication Unit, In-Service Training Center, whose hard work and dedication have made this symposium possible. Their planning, attention to detail and commitment have ensured that every aspect of this event was executed flawlessly. Their teamwork has been the backbone of the symposium, and for that I am truly grateful. I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to the Department of Agriculture and Department of Animal Production and Health for their invaluable support in providing accommodation and venue for our social event. So thank you. Then my gratitude extends to the delegates and participants who have joined us with various corners of the world. Thank you. Then finally, by mistake, if I have left out anybody who helped us, please accept my apologies. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. All fruitful and prosperous journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You were always an inspiration to us. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. The end of one chapter is just the beginning of another. Pre-dawn, the best part is yet to come. Then we have to, the end of one chapter is just the beginning of another. Pre-dawn, the best part is always yet to come. See you all in the next ACM. And we have a short message to the presenters and authors. Our proceedings will be handed over to you in the future, and please be alert. Please be stand for the national anthem. Thank you.